Alex Pereira was just involved in a very sticky situation, and I feel like this is not good for Alex Pereira as a brand and Alex Pereira's entire career. So it's no secret that Alex Pereira is like one of the biggest superstars, if not the biggest superstar in the UFC today. But now he's involved in a scandal with some TikToker that no one really knows much about, but apparently the girl does OnlyFans, so it's like she's in the content creation platform. Like people know her from there. I didn't really know her until this situation, but apparently she accused Alex Pereira of some kind of sexual assault. I don't know what it was. I do know what it was based on what she said. And Alex Pereira has not said anything about this. And like, I think that's a big red flag and a big negative for someone like Alex Pereira, because true or not, if someone's just gonna blatantly throw out lies to like jeopardize your name, especially being Alex Pereira and being in the situation he is at the UFC today, and how everyone always looks at Alex Pereira and sees him as some kind of big global superstar, and he's literally like quite literally one of the faces of the UFC, if not the face of the UFC today. He's trending all over the place with Shama, his left hook, his little emotes he does. He's literally such a fan favorite, and something like this could destroy all that in just one sitting. The girl's name was Meredith. She made some TikTok videos where I'm gonna post a little bit of these clips. I don't want to too much. Don't want to give the girl too much like attention. I don't really know what's going on, but I'll put in some clips of what she was saying.
Touching me down there repeatedly. I keep pushing him off. I keep pushing his hand off. I keep bringing his hand back up to like my waist. He keeps touching me. I keep pushing him off.
Like the clips just don't look good. Like she was very specific, which was kind of weird. Like she was oddly specific about what was happening. So it's very hard to look at that and like feel like someone's lying. I'm not trying to say Pereira did something that he didn't do, because I don't know what Pereira did. Like I said, I feel like Pereira needs to come out with a statement. I feel like this is one of those things where like you have to address. Like I feel like if you don't address it, it just makes you look worse. Took your pictures together, so obviously they know each other or they've seen each other. But just whether I just want to see how he goes about the situation. If he's like, this never happened, I don't know what she's talking about. She was never even in a hotel room with me. Or is it going to be something like, yeah, she was in the room with me, but I just didn't do any of that. She's manipulating the situation. She came on to me. I don't know what it's going to be, but I feel like he has to address it. But like I said, the girl's name is Meredith, and how specific she was a little bit concerning. Like when someone's saying a story and like they're getting into little specific details that are like what the heck? Like how can someone actually make something like this up? That's when I start to turn my head like, what's going on? Like, is this really... Like, how is someone getting this specific? And like the translator and everything in the room, multiple people in the room. So like there could be multiple sides to this story. It can't only just be one side. Alex Pereira's translator needs to come out of the side. Alex Pereira needs to come out of the side. Like maybe her friend, Meredith's friend, who was also apparently in the room at a situation, needs to come out with her side and seeing if some of these things were true. Because there's 4 people in the room, so there's got to be multiple sides. But I just feel like overall what it's doing for Pereira's career right now is going to be negative. It's already trending on Twitter. It's going viral. People are talking about it on their YouTubes. It's like... it's just not a good look. Someone who's such a brand for the UFC, it's not just a bad look for Pereira, it's gonna look bad for the UFC. It's gonna look bad for Dana White. It's gonna look bad for anything involved with the UFC, because it's a company. And a company can't endorse or like promote something like this. So if their fighter is doing something that's not supposed to be done, they have to get punished for it, or the people are gonna look at the UFC like a joke promotion and not take it seriously. Like, so this is why this is kind of like concerning to me, and I feel like I have to address it in like a video. And so does Pereira. Like Pereira literally has to address this. The longer he takes to address it, the worse it could get, because people are gonna just start believing. It's not that they're gonna start believing Meredith, but they're gonna have no other option but to believe the one story that's out on it. And I know I've seen some comments, bro. A lot of people are coming to Pereira's aid. Like a lot of people are like, Pereira is never gonna do this, which I expected to happen, but it's a little bit weird. Like some of it's a little bit weird because like they're saying, oh, she does OnlyFans, so she asked for it, or she does OnlyFans, so she's used to this stuff. That doesn't make sense to me. Like that's something I'm like, when I hear, I'm like, what are they even talking about? Like I don't care if you're a prostitute on the street or something, or you do whatever you do. That doesn't justify rape. Like I really think rape is like, that deserves a death sentence. Like that should be the worst thing on earth to do. Like it's one of the worst things on planet to do. So if he's actually doing this and people on Twitter is like, oh, she had it coming, I think that's like, it just shows kind of how lost the community is as a whole. Bro, let me just be honest, bro. We've seen other situations like this. We've seen John Jones with a pregnant woman or whatever. He hit a pregnant woman with a car. Like we've seen people go through situations. We've seen Izzy and his whole dog situation, bro. Everyone's blowing that out. People took that and they ran with it like, oh my God, we hate Izzy now. But it's like when Pereira gets accused of something like this, everyone's like, oh, we still love him. It's okay. I've literally seen people like, whether he did it or not, I'm still supporting him. He's still a great fighter. I'm like, bro, what's going on? Like, it's just like, I get Pereira's a fan favorite, but like I said, if this is real, he has to take accountability of it. And if it's fake, this Meredith random that no one really knows about, she needs to get punished. Like I'm talking about jail time. Because the thing is, like if people are gonna throw out like accusations like this and nothing's like no repercussions happen, if it's a lie, it's just gonna more people are gonna be confident enough to come out with stuff like this. So if the girl is lying, dude, like she needs to be punished like accordingly. Because if she's doing all this for some clout, it's the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my life, because like you just wasted everyone's time. You try to throw dirt on a great fighter's name, and you deserve to get punished accordingly. So I just hope that if she's proven wrong, like whether Pereira comes out with a video or Pereira comes out with some kind of evidence that proves her wrong or just proves her guilty, or like Pereira has never even been in a room alone with her, and this gets proven, then she should get the worst punishment possible. However, vice versa. If Pereira gets exposed, if she drops messages, because I'm pretty sure she said she has some context that she could drop, like more evidence, like I think it was messages or like some video of some sort. If she has any of these and she drops it, it's over. Like it's literally over Pereira. Like you can't recover from this. Like there's certain things in life that like, yeah, mistakes happen, but like this specifically, I don't really think you can recover from it. Like this, his career would be over. His career, like he would get stripped of his title. He wouldn't be like, he would be frowned upon. No one's gonna really support him. It'd just be a negative thing because you get caught doing this, it doesn't matter if it's an OnlyFans girl, a girl across the street, someone you don't know, it's the worst thing to do on the planet, period. So if you get caught doing that, it's over, bro. Your career is over. So my thing with Pereira and his team, it's gotta be Pereira or his team or someone of Pereira's, like his translate, it's gotta be someone in that camp that comes out with a response soon. Like I'm guessing I'm gonna drop this like around midnight maybe, or like early in the morning. But either way, I feel like by this drop, this should be addressed. If it's not addressed by the time you're listening to this, like Pereira's probably in trouble, or Pereira just like trying to figure out the right thing to say. So it might take a little bit of time. But no matter which way you slice the cake, I just feel like this is not a positive for Pereira. Like I don't care what it is. Just being involved in a situation like this, true or false, it just brings like jeopardy to, it just brings negativity to your name, and like it just makes people not want to like align with you. So I'm hoping it's wrong for the sake of Pereira, and I'm hoping it's wrong because like Pereira's literally at the peak of his career. It's funny when fighters reach like the pinnacle, like the top of the career, negative stuff happens, like whether it's outside their life or like inside the cage. It's just something negative, and I feel like it's one of those scenarios. So like I'm really hoping, like it sounds crazy to hope this, but I'm hoping it's just someone looking for clout. Like that's the best thing I could hope for, because it just sucks to see if this was just Pereira. I like, you know, about to go up to become a 3-division champion. He has accomplished so much in his career in a short period of time. Fast tracked, had a beautiful story in the UFC. All comes crumbling down. His whole legacy is gonna go to trash after this, bro. If this is proven true. In addition to like, he might even spend some time in jail. Like we don't know how significant this thing is if she decides to, you know, whatever, follow up the way she wants to. But no matter what way you slice the cake, it's just not a look. Like I said, it's just not a good look. So I don't know what's gonna happen. Like I said, I don't know who's gonna address it first. I feel like if his team addresses it before Pereira, it's almost like a little bit like a why is the team address? Like did he go to his team and it's like, can you guys address this? I don't want to like address it. And I know I heard people say like Pereira just shouldn't address this at all. He should just let it just die down. And I'm like, that's not gonna make him look better. Like that's not gonna make him look good. If like he's not gonna respond to this at all, and it's going viral with millions of views on every social media platform, everyone's talking about it on every social media, and he just doesn't address it, like it didn't happen, like it just makes him look like, oh yeah, it happened, but I'm not gonna address it because screw this girl. No one believes her. Everyone's supporting me anyway. It's just gonna look like that. Like I know people said, oh, it's just gonna look like he's ignoring someone who just said a false statement. No, like if it's false, trust me, if it's false, there's a way to prove it's false, like clearly. If someone's just making up a random lie about you on social media, like what, I took a picture of this girl and I've never seen her after that, he'll prove it wrong like this. Like it'll be easy to prove wrong. But it's just the fact that like, it's like, if all I'm saying, if it's not true, there's a very easy way to point it out. And if it's true, but he has a different side of the story, like he says, oh, maybe she was consensual, or I don't know, but like, if that's the case, if he comes out with like, oh, but I thought she consented to it, I think that's not going to be a good look either. Like, I'm not going to lie. I feel like if he says like he was under the impression she was okay with it, I feel like it'll just make it look worse. But like I said, it's a big negative mark on Pereira's career, and I just hope it's solved. I just hope it's solved for Pereira's sake. And I'm not trying to pick sides here, but I would prefer Pereira walks out of this like unscathed, just because like I would hope he didn't do this. And if he did do it, he deserves to be punished accordingly. And I won't feel any sympathy for him at all, I'll be real. That's like, I'm no in between. I'm not like, oh, I hope he, like, yes, I hope this is not true. I hope this is just BS from a girl trying to chase clout. But if it isn't, screw you, bro, and I don't really care for, you know, whatever happens to your career happens, dude. But I just hope he didn't do it. But yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. And if this girl's doing it for clout, bro, the fact that I made this video is just feeding into her, giving her clout, and it'll piss me off. But yeah, bro, I don't know, bro. Let me know what y'all think down below, though. That's it for me, bro. I just have to address this, and I want to see what people be thinking in the comments. That's it for me, though. God bless. 2, 3, 4.